Hi, I'm Tony Schrader, Chairman of the Putnam County Republican Party, here for another episode of GOPTV, and here with a friend that we've had on before, but we're going to talk a little bit again. This is Roy Klopfenstein, current Paulding County Commissioner.
Correct.
And candidate for the Ohio 82nd House District in the Ohio House of Representatives.
Correct.
I mentioned before we started talking, I was going to give just a quick explainer to folks because they've heard a lot about redistricting through the news, but they probably don't know the bottom line and where we stand now. So we're filming this the last week of May. We've gone through the process of redistricting at the State House level. We've gone through 5 separate maps now in a continuing battle to try and get our districts done. A federal court has ruled that given the nature of where we're at right now, this coming Saturday, May 28th, that they are going to intervene and we are going to have a second primary election. We had the first one on May 3rd. We're going to have a second primary election on August 2nd. And that map is going to last us for this year. So you picked a great year to run for the State House, as it turns out. Well, we've been trying to figure this out. We've been through 3 different districts so far this year. So we wanted to basically reintroduce you to the folks now that we know what our lines are going to be, how certain we're going to be, and so on. So tell us about the 82nd District and a little bit about what you've been doing on the campaign trail so far.
Excellent. Thank you, Tony. Yes, the 82nd District is now Van Wert County, Paulding County, Putnam County, and the southern half of Defiance County. So an absolutely great district. I love to travel around it. It is all very nicely located and easy to drive to, and a lot of good ice cream shops, but that's another episode.
That's great.
So anyway, what I've currently been doing is I'm a 3rd-term Paulding County Commissioner. And I tell folks my real job is I'm a farmer, but you know what? I've enjoyed both immensely. Mm-hmm. I enjoy making Paulding County better. When I say making Paulding County better, for what? For whom? 4 children, 2 grandsons, and a 3rd grandchild on the way. Paulding County, and now the 82nd District, when I represent that, is just an absolutely wonderful place to raise a family.
Indeed.
And when you look at the world today, it is one of the best places there is to live. I'm convinced of that, and I will argue that with some folks that we are the best. But I've been busy farming, and this is the end of May, and working there with the commissioner's job and making our community better.
One of the things I just wanted to interject because you mentioned there, and I like to tell folks that are looking to run for office and are looking for advice on how to win in Putnam County and Northwest Ohio. I said, you got to be able to answer the $64,000 question, which is, why do you want to do this? Why are you running?
You know, I get that asked a lot. Some people think I'm insane. Some people are appreciative, most appreciative, but it's very simple. I've been blessed to be born here, to live here, be raised here, mm-hmm. raise my family here, and I want to preserve that opportunity. I want to preserve our lifestyle. I want to preserve the choices that we're able to make because we live in our rural communities, mm-hmm. and I want to push back against what the world is throwing our way and trying to maybe sometimes shove down our throats. It's enough. Yes. We love what we have here. Mm-hmm. Let's preserve what we have where. Let's keep it this way.
Exactly.
And, you know, part of that preservation is we are in an engaged area when it comes to voting.
Right.
And you mentioned that second primary. Mm-hmm. To my knowledge, that's unprecedented.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever had one in Ohio.
And never had a second primary. We need people to get out, become engaged, and vote.
Yep.
And it is critically important because if we're going to preserve our lifestyle, mm-hmm. if we're going to preserve our freedoms here, we have to get out and do our job.
Well, and the beauty of it is you stole my thunder because that's just where I was going. Most people aren't familiar with an August 2nd date for a second primary election.
Yes.
We've never done that before, as I can recall, going back through Ohio history. So we're going to be voting for the Ohio Senate, the Ohio House of Representatives that you're running for, and the Republican State Central Committee, which coincidentally I'm running for in this district. So, you know, the critical thing is those representatives mean as much as the issues that we voted on and the people we voted for in the May primary. It's
Correct.
just as important. Ordinarily would have been together on the same ballot, but because of the change in redistricting and the difficulty we had in getting those maps through, they wound up having to split those off. So the message is this: it's absolutely vital that people go to the polls on August 2nd, that they vote early. Early voting for the August 2nd special election is going to start, or primary election, I should say, is going to start on July 6th, which is right around the corner. So you expect to see a barrage of people like Roy, especially Roy, knocking on your door and introducing himself as you get out and ready to run for that.
Yeah, most August 2nd primaries that build on that are crisis primaries.
Special
where
elections,
where
yeah.
a school levy doesn't pass, or there's a issue that missed getting on the ballot.
Right.
To my knowledge, this is the first
Time we've had a primary. Exactly.
statewide primary. So it is as important,
Right.
or critically important, as the May primary.
And so there's one message there. Don't ignore it. Get prepared, get informed, get ready to get out and vote. And we talked a little bit about your preparations for doing some door-to-door activity. So there's going to be some door knocking going on.
Yeah, there's
in
going
the
to be some
neighborhoods.
door knocking going on, and we've sort of got out and made the social club circles and township trustees and mayors and some of the other elected officials. The next step is taking it to the people, and because of redistricting, we sort of have been dragging our feet
Been
getting
behind.
out.
Sure.
It's just behind,
Not
but
knowing where you're at. Yeah.
now that summer's here, what a better time to do a little walking, eat a little ice cream, do a little walking. It's a beautiful scenario.
I like the
So,
way you think. Okay, where can people find you online, Roy?
Excellent question. RoyKlopfenstein.com or on Facebook at Klopfenstein for Ohio. Go there, and we try to do some postings of where we've been on Facebook and see my views, which is to
Great.
preserve,
Exactly.
protect our values, and love to have some engagement. And hey, if you have a question, reach out to me.
Fantastic. We'll see you next time.